So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Night of the Living Dead, 1990. This is going to be a canon remake of the 1968 classic. I didn't like this one as much as the original. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I thought I had seen it a long time ago, but I don't remember any of it. So good thing I rented it just in case. Sometimes I forget movies that I've seen like 15 years ago, and it's a problem. I can't remember all the movies that I saw 15 years ago, but this one I think I haven't seen before. It's directed by Tom Savini, but he didn't get thanks to the Canon producers, or I should say, a Tom Savini cut. Unfortunately, such a thing doesn't exist, and so we're stuck with the heavily cut and reformulated Night of the Living Dead remake. It also went to the MPAA. They were threatening to give it an NC-17 rating. Tom Savini calls it an X rating, but when did NC-17 come out? Yeah, the MPAA has the most ridiculous rating system. They just look and see Savini and Romero, and they automatically assume that it's no children under 17 admitted. It was created in 1990 to replace the X ratings. So I guess it was rated X during production, and then the MPAA came out with the NC-17 to replace the X rating. There's a source of confusion there, but it would have gotten an NC-17 had the MPAA gotten its way. Instead, they just cut out a lot of gore scenes, which disappoints a lot of horror fans, and rightly so. Who cares if you got to use your imagination when there's not much to look at in the first place? Although the white feminist babe is kind of interesting. She's got short hair, and you can see through her bra and her tank top, kind of, when she shoots the zombie with the doll. So it's pretty much the same formula as the original. I mean, we're talking zombies popping out of the cemetery and attacking Bill Moseley. He's dead within like the first 10 minutes, I'd say. And Bill Moseley's sister, the rather interesting hairdo and see-through tank top, see-through brassiere. She starts battling these zombies, and Tony Todd comes out of nowhere and starts helping her. She's kind of shocked to see all the zombies walking around. She's screaming and screaming, then all of a sudden she becomes into this militant feminist. And Tony Todd just tells her to be brave, and something inside of her just kicks in. She starts blasting zombies with her shotgun. There's this other dude, Cooper, who was in this guy, Tom Towles, Harry Cooper. Tony Todd plays Ben, by the way. So they kind of use the same names as the first movie, even. The short-haired redhead with the see-through tops. She's Barbara. So Tony Towles was in Fortress. Great movie. Henry, which I haven't seen. And House of a Thousand Corpses. Cool. Anyways, a lot of decent actors in this one, but disappointing production meddling in the affairs of Tom Savini. It's Tom Savini's film debut, by the way. So Cooper's daughter is in the basement. She got bit in the arm. She comes back to life, and Tony Todd and Cooper are fighting throughout this movie to keep arguing about stuff like whether they should be hiding in the basement versus boarding up the windows. And ironically, at the end, Cooper ends up surviving, and Tony Todd becomes a zombie. I don't know why she shot Cooper in the head. He was still alive. It seemed like a little drastic. I mean, if you hate somebody, you don't just shoot them in the head. I mean, come on. What kind of morality is that? And the irony at the end is that the rednecks are managed to have control of the situation, but they're portrayed as the bad guys. Even Barbara says, they're just the same as the zombies. Didn't really make sense. It looked like they were cleaning up the zombie problem versus the other people involved in this movie. Although Barbara did survive, she was assisted by the rednecks. They were kind of protecting her, and so that part of the movie didn't really make sense to me. I know horror fans were disappointed because when you see Romero and Savini, you expect lots of gore and cool stuff. But 1990 was kind of you had two live crew and Tipper Gore running around. So it was an interesting time. But anyways, I had to get through this. I had to put my my final rating of this. The DVD looks pretty cool, though. When you look at it, nice artwork. Looks like Mario Bava kind of artwork. And their bonus features. The bonus features with Tom Savini are kind of interesting. He kind of sugarcoats it, like he doesn't mention anything about his fight with the producer. But he does mention the MPAA thing, and he actually says it's better when you have to use your imagination. I don't agree with that. I think it would be better if they just left everything in, released an uncut version somehow, which might exist on Blu-ray. I'm not sure. It's unclear when I look it up on Wikipedia. course, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I just got this portable DVD thing, this cheap thing from Best Buy. So maybe next year I'll get a big screen TV. And wow, my son spilled spaghetti on the floor. Okay, anyways, yeah, I gave him a big bowl of spaghetti. He ate about half of it, which is a lot. That's about all I could eat last night. And I was super hungry. If you eat too much spaghetti, then your stomach starts growling and you got to run to the toilet. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to get that one in. I'll check out Blood Fist 2 now after my little nap. And I got 8 hours of sleep. Then the energy drink kicked me in the butt. And I couldn't sleep a few hours ago. So I'm going to try again. And hopefully the energy drink wore off. And then I'll get into Blood Fist 2. That's the end of my review. Not highly recommended. Not check it out. Not going to post the links in the description box. It's just a so-so horror flick, kind of politically correct, similar to the first one, but I think even more so with the feminism and the anti-redneck vibes at the end. Kind of dumb, honestly. I don't know why these Pittsburgh people think that they're better than rednecks in terms of fighting zombies. But whatever. And I think it was a crass commercial play on the part of George Romero. He was trying to protect his copyright, but he fought the studio in court over his 1968 film because they had neglected to put a copyright on it, which is kind of dumb oversight. But they won in court, and then the studio went broke, so it didn't make any sense to me. The whole futility of keeping the namesake of the dead movies is kind of lame. I've never been a real big fan of copyright laws in the first place. They're just they're just like patents. I mean, they give somebody a monopoly for no apparent reason other than the government gives you permission to have a monopoly. So why is that good? You're not allowed to borrow from somebody's ideas. I mean, the whole point of filmmaking is ripping off ideas, especially if you're a movie director in Italy or where you work for Roger Corman. Anyways, Night of the Living Dead, 1990, rated R. I would have liked to have seen the NC-17 version, quite honestly. If it exists out there, maybe one day I'll get to watch it. The director's cut, that would be exciting. I would love to see that, but Canon sometimes inserts a lot of stupid things in their movies. Avenging Force, and what was the other one? There's another movie that I saw that had all kinds of issues with it. But in any case, not a great flick. Kind of so-so. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. And on IMDb, I can tell you the rating is very similar. I think it gets a 6.9 out of 10. A lot of ratings, 38,135. So kind of interesting. Not a hugely popular flick, but I'm sure that horror fans are aware of it, and they're not too impressed. Yeah, one of the reviewers says remake of something that didn't require to be remade, but it's still all right. And that's the whole thing. I mean, what's the point of doing a remake? If you fought in court, you won, but you couldn't collect the money. It's kind of a pointless and crass commercialism on the part of George Romero and company. So that's about all I have to say about this movie. Laters.